Policies of non-cooperation movement. Due to non-cooperation movement, many famous lawyers like Motilal Nehru, Chittaranjan Das, etc. boycotted the court by giving up their practice. Even government schools and colleges were boycotted. The policies of national education was started. Therefore, new schools, colleges and universities were established. Even Indians boycotted coming elections. Foreign goods were boycotted and bonfire of foreign clothes. Due to this, the import of foreign clothes decreased. In 1921, Prince of Wales arrived in India. He was greeted by organizing Hartal with empty streets and closed shops. The movement spread from the planters in Assam to rail workers in Bengal. To bring the movement under control, the British government undertook suppressive measures. In February 1922, the police fired on a peaceful procession at Chori Chora in Gorakhpur district at Uttar Pradesh. Due to this incident, people got angry and burned the police station, in which, along with one officer, 22 policemen were killed. Due to this incident, Gandhiji was hurt because this was against the policy of non-violence. Therefore, on 12th February 1922, Gandhiji suspended the non-cooperation movement, means cancelled. Gandhiji was arrested in March 1922 for writing 3 anti-national articles in Young India against British government. Special court was set up at Ahmedabad and Gandhiji was sentenced 6 years of imprisonment. Later, on grounds of ill health, Gandhiji was released from the jail. Gandhiji, along with non-cooperation movement, took up constructive programs like spread of Swadeshi, Hindu-Muslim unity, prohibition of alcohol, removal of untouchability, motivating for use of khadi, national education, etc. Due to this constructive programs, the national movement became more popular in rural areas. Swaraj Party. The members of Indian National Congress such as Chittaranjan Das, Motilal Nehru came up with the idea of contesting elections to bring obstructions in the work of British government. So, in 1922, the Swaraj Party was established. In 1923, many members of Swaraj Party were elected in the Central Legislative Assembly and Provincial Legislative Council, included Motilal Nehru, Madan Mohan Malviya, Lala Lajpat Rai and N.C. Kelkar. When the political movement in the country calmed down, then the fight in the Legislative Assembly was strengthened by the Swaraj Party. They severely opposed the unjust policies of British. They demanded for the responsible government to India in future. They made a resolution to be passed in the Legislative Assembly for the release of political leaders from prison, to call for the round table conference, means meeting with Indians. But the British government rejected most of the resolutions. Simon Commission. The Simon Commission was set up by the British government to look into the working of the Montagu-Chelmsford Act of 1919 and to suggest further constitutional reforms. But the Indians were unhappy by this act. The British appointed a commission under the chairmanship of Sir John Simon. The Indian National Congress and the Muslim League decided to boycott the commission as all the members of commission were Britishers. When the commission arrived in India in 1928, Indian treated it with black flag and shouted the slogans like "Simon, go back." Police fired at the demonstrators and lathi charged them at various places. In one such incident, Lala Lajpat Rai was leading demonstration against the Simon Commission in Lahore, was badly injured in lathi charge and died soon after that due to injury. Nehru Report. When the Simon Commission came to India in 1928, it was opposed by Indians, especially the Congress Party, for the lack of single Indian in the commission. Hence, the Congress decided to boycott the commission. So, the Secretary of State for India, Lord Birkenhead, challenged the Indian leaders to draft a constitution for India, stating that Indians were not capable of finding a common path and drafting a constitution. The political leaders accepted this challenge and all-party meeting was held and a committee appointed with the task of drafting a constitution. The chairman of committee was Motilal Nehru and Jawaharlal Nehru was the secretary. The draft constitution prepared by the committee was known as a Nehru Report. In the report, proposals were put forward like to establish self-government for the India, implement adult franchise system, linguistic division of provinces, etc. Intimation was given by Indians that if the Nehru Report is not accepted by the British government, then the civil disobedience movement will start all over the India. On this background, in December 1929, the report was submitted at the Lucknow session of the All-Party Conference. This was the first major attempt by Indians to draft a constitution. Due to this, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became remarkable in history. Demand for purna swaraj. The young leaders in Indian National Congress were not ready to accept the dominant status of Britishers in India. So the young leaders like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose demanded for the complete independence, that is, Purna Swaraj. Therefore, the young group passed a resolution in the Lahore session of Indian National Congress for the complete independence and gave up the objective of dominant status. From that day onwards, the objective of national movement was complete independence of India. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru unfolded the tricolor flag on 31st December 1929 and passed a resolution that 26 Jan is declared to be celebrated as Independence Day. On 26 January 1930, people all over the country took pledge for the freedom movement through a non-violence mean to attain independence for India. New spirit was developed in the Indians all over the country. Thank you, students. By this we have completed the 7th chapter and your history portion. This chapter you will do self-study.